Okay, all right. Thank you guys so much for being on. I see lots of new faces, which is super exciting. So I appreciate you guys being on. And I see Courtney's on and she wasn't feeling well. Are you feeling any better at all? Kind of, not really. This weather is kind of crazy for sure. So I have some information to share with you guys, but I also want this call to be super informal and kind of just sharing ideas because this is brand new to me and I have my own ideas, but there's so many ways that you can promote this clean week and I am super excited about it. So I think a big reason of why I'm so pumped about it is this is kind of the idea that got my business started. I remember I was sitting at a Super Saturday, which is an event that we do 4 times a year. And I was sitting by my coach and we were listening to this video that corporate had made. And this coach was talking about these free groups that she ran. And my coach looked over at me and she's like, you should try that. And I was like, okay, how do I do that? And she's like, just try it out. And I was like, okay. So that's kind of our relationship. She's very much a here's some ideas, now go figure it out type person, which honestly for me has been the best thing for me because I am someone who needs to figure out things as I go. If she had said, here you go, do this, I would have done it her way and not done it my way. And so I love that. But this call, I just want to kind of give you some ideas, but I want you to literally take this, clean week, this kind of a quick win and run with it and try it out. And, you may do it differently every single month. You may do it a couple times a month. It's kind of up to you, but I have some slides I want to share with you guys also. But before we get to that, I see Elena's on and she was going to share a little bit about what's called November to Remember, and that's also something new. We've done things like it before with Beachbody, but she's going to share just a little bit about it and how it's been, these kind of team competitions have been really successful for her, and she's really good about getting her coaches on her team hidden some success also. So I'll let you go ahead and take it away a little bit, Elena, before I jump into Clean Week.
All right, so I apologize ahead of time if my toddler sitting behind me ends up deciding to chime in. But anyways, November to Remember is something that's going to be obviously in November. In the past, we've done something called the Fall Classic, and this is kind of a new spin on that. The Fall Classic was normally with teams of 3 in November. To Remember, it's just going to be teams of 2. I haven't seen any specifics yet about what kind of rank criteria they have, because in the past they've had only 1 diamond on a team or no more than 2 diamonds on a team or just things like that. So I don't know how I haven't seen or heard anything about if they're doing something like that. But I believe registration starts on Monday. So it's something to be thinking about, finding someone to team up with. It's best to find someone that's going to help you to level up in your business, that's going to push you, not someone that's kind of on the same playing field as you, but maybe someone that's above you that's going to help pull you up and kind of teach you their ways and things like that. And that's probably the biggest thing that these little team team effort type things have done to help drive my business forward. You kind of get competitive within your team, competitive with other teams, and it's just you all are encouraging each other. It's like what we do with our big group, but it's a lot more focused. So I feel like you really hone in on things and really push each other and hold each other that much more accountable to hitting whatever goals you have for that month. So super excited about it. So be thinking about people you would maybe, even if you're a new coach and you don't know that many people yet, just be thinking about someone that you might want to possibly team up with. Because obviously everyone should be able to partner up, but it's also, you have that narrow, slim pickings where you can only pick one person. So choose wisely. But normally they have lots of extra fun bonus prizes and things that you can achieve through these little things that kind of help you push that much more, especially if you're a Ruby like me and you're really driven by rewards. So that's all I know so far. I assume that they'll be probably putting stuff, I think as more information comes out, they're going to be posting it in your coach office in the coach breaking news section. So if you guys haven't seen the new coach office yet, I think they have like a whole section that says, it's a little bit easier to find than before. It's like a bigger heading. So look for that, because that's probably where they're going to be posting information on that. So that's all I have for November to remember.
Yeah, and I remember there were some coaches in August that were super nervous about joining up with someone and joining a team because they were afraid they would let someone else down. And to be honest with you, you're not going to. Like, if you try, like, you're not going to let another person down. You'll be okay. So, you know, we didn't get the top tier last, in August or whatever, but that's okay. Like, I saw people getting outside of their comfort zone, and that, that's huge no matter who you're teamed up with. But there'll be more information coming up with it, but just kind of to think forward into the next month. So anyways, let's go ahead and jump in with Clean Week. I have a couple of slides that I want to share with you guys. So give me a thumbs up if you can see this. Yes. Okay. So I'm going to leave it kind of like this because I want to be able to still be able to see you guys also. And if I make it the full screen, I can't see you. But anyways, Clean Week is what Beachbody on this call about trying to name it your own thing. So I really want us to try to get away from using Beachbody lingo as much as we can and try to use our own. Now, I won't lie. Whenever I first started doing clean, free groups, I did clean eating group, a free clean eating group, but I feel like it's one of those things that's kind of been done over and over again. So coming up with some kind of a fun name, you can say that it's a 7-day whatever, but we'll kind of brainstorm some ideas at the end. So be thinking about, if you're going to do this, which I highly recommend you doing it, what might you name it instead of Clean Week? So couple of details with it. It is, for the customer, $29.95. I just looked up because I have someone in Canada that I'm talking to about it, and it is like $38 for Canada. But anyways, for a coach to order, though, it's only $22. I ordered mine last week. I was hoping it would be in so we could unbox it and look at it together, but it's not in yet. So it is 22 personal volume. So I know a lot of you guys know that a coach, to stay active, has to have 50 personal volumes. So this could be something to try out. I want to try it out with my Clean Week group. And so I went ahead and ordered it. I haven't tried all the Shakeology yet. I think I got the vegan one actually, so I can maybe branch out and start trying the vegan Shakeology. So it would be a great investment in trying out other flavors, but also kind of getting in the trenches with your Clean Week group. So I'm going to take a week off of Body Beast to do Clean Week so I can stay true to it and I can experience it with them. But also I'll talk about later about how I'm going to use that to leverage or market this product, I guess, if you will. So nutrition, you get 7 Shakeology packets. There is a vegan option available. So whenever you are asking what flavor people want, they either get the regular or the vegan. There's an eating plan that's based on clean eating, but there is no portion control. So I know Rebecca asked about if the containers come with it. They do not. The eating plan is just based on clean eating. No worry about portions. The fitness, 7 days of workouts. But if you look, and I'll show you here in a little bit what it looks like, there's only 4 different workouts. They repeat 3 of them. And then they also get support. Do not downplay how important you are in this piece. So definitely when you're describing what all they'll get, include yourself. Include that you are going to be there for accountability and support and they're with them. So I took a look today of what this looks like or what it'll look like from their end. And this is the app, so I'm not really sure what it'll look like for them. But basically what they get is their workouts. If you'll notice, it's very clean and clear of day 1, day 2, you do this, day 3. There's also a workout calendar in with the program materials. But I love that this was here. And then did you guys see that they have a 1-minute video for each of the different Shakeology recipes, which I thought was so cool that they are allowing them to like, hey, I'm not so sure what to do with this. Okay, I'm going to try the banana bread Shakeology, and they can watch the video and make it as they're watching the video, which, I mean, like, no brainer. Like, you can't mess that up. It's so easy for sure. But this is in what they would see. I'm guessing this is what was in our bod. But I'm guessing that those that do not have bod but are just signing up with the Team Beachbody account also gets this. Okay, and then the eating plan. Holy moly, they made this so simple and so cut and dry. I think it is, like, I think you can legit say it's a very simple system for anybody starting out. So they have it broken down into 2 different categories, like the below 185, I think it is. I can't really see. So if you're below 185, you follow this. If you're above 185, you follow this plan. And then they have like options for breakfast, options for lunch, options for dinner, options for Shakeology. And then if you see the little meal planner template, they can actually fill in what foods they're going to eat. And then they have the options of the recipes. So they literally get everything they need. A plan, the planner, the recipes that they're going to pick and choose from. Like, it is so basic and so laid out for them that I can't believe, to be honest with you, I can't believe that it's only $29. Like, everything that they get kind of blows my mind there, for sure. Okay, so how to have them sign up. What I would suggest, I saw that the Coach Mobile app was probably the easiest for them. And I didn't realize that you could do this, but on this option here, so if you don't have it, here's like the little link to the Coach Mobile app. All I did was just Google search Coach Mobile app, and then I have it on my phone, so you can use it. You can actually create I don't know what that's called. It's not called creating an app. Help me out, someone. Does anybody know what that's called? Put it on your home screen, maybe? Where you take a link and you put it on your home screen, basically. But with this, you would enter in their email, and then if you do skip challenge pack purchase, you'll have other products that you can choose from. And if you go to select products, you'll see that Clean Week, the vegan option, and then the regular Clean Week is an option here also. Leave the membership, the free basic membership, and then when you add it to the cart, it'll send them in an email. So it makes it super easy for them to sign up, and then you can track once in this app, you can track once they've opened it up, and then when they have it completed. So you can actually see their purchasing process through this app. So it's something, I think it looks professional. I think it looks a little bit more clean cut rather than just sending them a link. So keep that in mind for sure. Okay, so in my own opinion, why you should be offering this is, one, especially if you're a new coach, it gives you that feel of coaching someone through a program. Because let's face it, this is a 1-week program. And so it gives you that feel of, I'm a coach. But many people will maybe not invest right away until they see their value. So they have to see, like, how does this system fit into my life? Can I even do this? Some people have that fear of failure. And so it's not about you. It's maybe that they themselves don't think that they can go through a full 21 days. So just seeing, can you make it through 7 days with me is kind of a short win, a small yes, we would call it. And then they would, if they can feel that change. And so they may not see a drastic change in 7 days, they're going to feel a little bit differently, especially when they have their first treat meal. They're going to be like, why does this make me feel awful? And so getting them to have that feeling of, like, you can have energy and you can feel a certain way, and like these foods don't feel good when you eat them. Like when you eat a whole pizza, it doesn't really feel that great. once you kind of detox your body a little bit. So it's just that small little yes. So here's kind of some ideas I had for how to promote it. And you can choose to do this how you want it. One thing that I'm going to do is actually do it myself. And so I'm going to track my progress. I'm going to talk about how I'm taking a 1 week hiatus from my current program, and I'm going to try this out. If you're in a 21-day program or whatever you might be doing now, once you're done with that, don't move on to a new one. Take 1 week and do Clean Week, okay? And you don't have to purchase the Clean Week program. If you have BOD, you have access to all this. The only thing you're not going to get is the different flavors of Shakeology. So I would start it with day 1 of taking your measurements, taking your before photos, taking your weight, and seeing where are you before you start this program. It's going to be a short, quick starting and finishing. And I've noticed, I think it's Allie. Is that right? I think Allie is doing this program. Is that right? Awesome. So I love that you took that advice. So I noticed she checked in day 1 about how her workout went and what she was thinking with it. But some post ideas you can do on that 1 through 6 days is like, how do you feel about it? Do you think you're going? So I will probably talk about how it is a little bit low intense of a program. And so I'll probably talk about how I'm a little unsure of if the workouts are really going to be that hard for me, because that's my truth. And the people that I'm bringing in right now, like, they want that high intensity. They want to be lifting heavy weights. And so I want them to say, hey, I'm also kind of questioning this program. I want to see if the intensifier can meet kind of the level I'm looking for. And so that's something, maybe you're nervous about the workouts. Share that. What did you think? What do you think will happen? So I like to talk about, like, especially right now in my program, it's super high carb. And so I was like talking at the beginning about how I was like, I feel like I'm going to be bloated. I feel like I'm not going to see that many results with this because it's such a different type of eating than what I'm used to. How are you preparing for it? So did you make a eating plan? If you did, take a picture of it and show that you prepared for it. Did you figure out when you were going to do your workouts each day? So how are you preparing to do these 7-day workouts? Show your meal plans, show your daily meals. Today I did like a Instagram story of each of my meals, and I've gotten several messages of, hey, can you send me that recipe? Or, is that all that you ate today? Or, wow, you got to eat a lot of food, or whatever. People always want to give me opinions about the food I eat, so it's very interesting. How was each workout? Did you struggle through a certain workout? Did you have a success in a workout? Did you learn anything about yourself? How was the first day of eating? Was it simple? Was it complicated? Did you get to eat more than you thought you would eat? So kind of really taking people on that journey of day 1 through day 7. And then on day 7, I think sharing that result, sharing your before and after of, even if it's not like a physical change, talk about, did you have a mental change, and still show your picture and have a day 1 on your picture and a day 7 on there. Did you have any kind of emotional changes, any mindsets with your food? Did that change? Did your confidence change at all? So having that, I was here and I am here now after just 7 days, I think is such a great invitation to have other people join you the next round. So I'm interested if you guys had, I have one more slide, but I'm interested just kind of to open it up just for some brainstorming of if you guys had any ideas of how you wanted to promote this. Is anybody planning on doing the workouts, the eating plan? Allie, I'm kind of interested if you've, not to put you on the spot or anything, but how you feel like the workouts have done, because I don't know if many other people have tried any of the workouts.
Yeah, I've liked them so far. So I'm only on day 2, but it's cardio meetings. And I really like that they do have someone who's like intensifying it all the time, because I find myself wanting to intensify it. And so it makes it really nice that you're able to do that. Like you said, the eating plan is super simple because of like kind of my IBS. I had to kind of like substitute things out and things I know I couldn't really eat. But it's been really easy to follow so far. And I already noticed like I had more energy today just from like these exercises. And they're really fun. A lot of them she kind of picked and pulled from other programs. So it was like if you had done like Insanity Max 30 or, you know, Turbo Fire, you would see some of those moves in there that you had done before. So it was really cool.
And we were talking about also that, didn't you say that she actually references the different workouts during?
Yeah, she really like promotes the other workouts, which I think is good for when people aren't like really sure. That's why they're doing the 7-day program. Is she'll like throw them in there and like talk about Autumn, 21 Day Fix, and Turbo Fire, and you know, Insanity. You know, just to kind of get your mind going and keep you thinking like, oh, maybe I should. I really like that move. Maybe I should try that program. You know. So it's cool.
I love that. That's cool. So I have to give Allie a shout out. So we talked, I don't remember when we talked, sometime last week, and she was talking about like, okay, like how do I get started as a coach? And I was like, here's 7 days that you can like start and finish and see some results with and kind of take people already on that journey. And you don't have to wait those 21 days. You don't have to wait 60 days, you know, to feel like, oh, I've had any progress. You can really start and finish something just in 1 week. And I think that's something that for those of you all that have new coaches, that's what I'm going to start encouraging my new coaches to do, is to start with a 1 week program and kind of take people on that journey with them to that. Okay. Any other thoughts? Thank you, Allie, for sharing on your first team call. Yay. So, does anybody else had any?
I have a question.
Yeah.
Allie. Okay, so I'm starting the easing into fitness again. And I was thinking Clean Week, that's something that I think people are starting to hear about. And that's why I thought, well, I just go ahead and focus on that. But Allie, how much of it is on the ground? Now, I'm focusing on people that are over 50. So fun, fit, 50, you know. And so the biggest thing is they say, well, they've got a knee replacement, or they've got these different things that they're trying to overcome. That's why they're looking into fitness, but they can't get on the ground. So is a lot of it on the ground, or is a lot of it standing up?
I would say the majority of it, you are standing up. She does kind of mix it up. So like today I did cardio and there was maybe like 2 movements that were on the ground, but one of them was like mountain climbers. So I don't know if maybe someone who has injuries is able to really do that. But I mean, I think there are still ways that you can modify it.
Okay.
There are, and we did the C crunches. So that's on the floor, but they're kind of sitting upright. So maybe it won't, you know, take the pressure. Maybe it'll take the pressure off their knees. And she does bring that up a lot in the video. She really talks about form so that you're watching your knees and you're not, you know, overexerting them. But
Okay.
it is kind of a mixture, but the majority of it you are up and moving. You're not. And, you know, some of it is jumping, but they have just the modifier where you just, you know, step it out just like normal. So.
Okay. I think maybe some of it could be on a chair, even with some of the movements, or holding on to something and being able to do that. Yeah, maybe.
Even with mountain climbers, I've seen like modifying where you're just standing up and doing it because you're still working your core, you know, and then you move your arms. So, I mean, maybe that would be a suggestion. Of course, I'm only on day 2, so I'm not 100% sure the rest of it is going to be it. But I'll definitely, you know, let you know. But I think it could still be beneficial for them, but definitely their safety is, you know, most important.
Well, I'm looking for not to have to do the modification of the different programs like I did that first week. That was just too much. I had a huge amount of people that were interested, and that was overwhelming too. So I'm trying to find that balance of being able to still do what I need to do, you know, with exercise and that kind of thing, plus what I'm trying to help them. So I thought this is a short, condensed, and if I can get them started, then they can see that, yes, even though they're older, that there's still programs that are out there. I will tell you that I've had a lot of people that have tried Shakeology that really like it. And so now I'm trying to get them to come in onto the program. So anyway, I'm hoping it comes together. I've got these pieces out there, and it's been kind of frustrating, but I'm hoping Clean Week will be a focus and help me get energized to get them on board. So thank you.
I like that for sure. And I think that they will be hopefully like simple enough that they can follow along. I know they're only 30 minutes. Emily asked about, will they only have access to the Clean Week workouts for 1 week? And no, as long as they have that Team Beachbody account, and this is not Beachbody on Demand. This is just like anytime anybody that basically gives Beachbody their email and their password, they have a Team Beachbody account. So they will have access to that forever. That's not only just 1 week. And then do they have access to the meal plans and shopping list for the program? So they only have access to the meal plans if, one, you share them with them, or two, they purchase the $29 Shakeology type deal. Then it'll be unlocked to them. From what I've researched, I think that's it. Does that make sense to you, Emily?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, so one of my friends has already downloaded it, and she said she has access to the workouts, but not like the meal plan.
And did she order the Shakeologies?
Yeah, I sent her the Clean Week. That's what I was looking at. She says she can't, like, there's a lock next to the meal plan part.
Mm-hmm. And she for sure has ordered the Shakeology Clean Week thing?
Yeah, I did it through that Team Beachbody. I just texted one of the other ladies to see if she has what she has access to. But I looked it up on the Team Beachbody to make sure I sent her the right thing. And it says that, yeah, she has Clean Week and then free basic membership.
Yeah. Huh.
So,
maybe it's not unlocked yet. I know like people who get on demand, it's like usually takes like 24 to 48 hours for that to be unlocked. So maybe since the workouts are free to anybody, the program materials will be unlocked within 24 to 48 hours, possibly, is what I'm not sure. I would check in again tomorrow and see if she has access to it. Otherwise, have her call like customer relations or something like that. But I would think it just maybe hasn't been unlocked yet. There's a lot of stuff technology-wise going on with Beachbody right now, if you guys didn't know.
Yeah.
So,
okay.
But good questions for sure. Okay, anything else? Any other ideas of promoting or sharing about Clean Week? Okay, the only other thing that I wanted to talk a little bit about is just kind of how do you feel like you're going to implement this? Do you feel like you'll do a separate group? Do you feel like you will include them in your first week of your challenge groups? What are your thoughts? Have you thought about how you're going to implement this? I just kind of want to hear how you guys are using this, but then also how you're bringing it up in conversations. Has it been something that you've brought up in conversations yet?
Hey there. So this is Samantha. I'll be honest, I haven't really thought about Clean Week much at all lately because I'm just focused on getting my accountability group set up. But I think that I'll actually do a separate week versus incorporating them into my challenge group, just because I think that it will help me engage more ladies into me as being like a newer coach and so forth. So I think I plan on doing it separate, and then I'll start to put more thought into how I want to promote that. But those are just my thoughts.
Yeah, I've thought of both, and I feel like I don't know, something about like having them in this group and we're all doing it together, and this is what we're all doing. There's something, I remember whenever Shift Shop came out this summer, and I had a big group of women doing that at the same time as I was. And there was something about like, oh, what'd you all think of that workout? Oh man, did you try this recipe? Oh my gosh, we don't get to eat carbs at all. Like there was something about us all doing it together that just made it so special and so unique. And so I like the idea of doing it separately also, for sure. Okay, any other thoughts?
I'm going to use it as, instead of, well, as my challenge group, but that free week. And then hopefully then they'll want to just transition into the actual challenge week. Mm-hmm. So I thought that's what we were supposed to do. So that's kind of what that's how I have it set up. Okay?
Yeah, that's the great thing about coaching, Holly, is you can do it however you want.
It's a good thing because it doesn't always go as planned, just like teaching.
Exactly. Okay, any other thoughts?
Yeah, I think I'm going to do it as a separate group. I'm going to start it at the end of the month, the week after my accountability group starts. So kind of like what Megan said on our call a few weeks ago about don't run a free group until you've hit Success Club first. So I kind of want to use it as like a segue in between my current group and my next group, and also in between months to kind of build momentum for the next month to come. So I'll probably just start trying to do that on a regular basis the end of the year whenever things are a little bit more slow, and just to kind of ease people in and start kind of sowing those seeds a little bit more for the new year, to just kind of get people engaged. And I might even do one like around, like right, the way it'll fall, it'll be like right after a holiday too, that I'll be doing those. So it'll be kind of a nice way to clean out their diet after eating bad foods for the majority of a week. So
literally clean out their system.
Which I think will help them realize that much more what healthy food can do for your body.
Oh yeah. Well, and it'll give them, this sounds bad, but it'll give them a quick win. I don't know about you all, but after Thanksgiving, I always got a little extra bloat, and that seems to go away once you clean eat for a couple of days. So
yeah.
I like that.
Well, and I'm hoping that I can use it. The way I'll try to market it is like a way to keep yourself from carrying Thanksgiving into Christmas and vice versa, and then them to get back on track right before the new year, New Year's resolution starts and things like that. But also just in 1 week, they could probably keep themselves from gaining weight over the holidays and at least maintaining. So
yeah. So get them back on
track.
All
that just kind of came to me as I started talking about it.
That's why we do these team calls. Okay, Courtney, were you going to mention something?
Yeah, so Courtney Hecker and I are doing a mutual Clean Week group. Sorry, my voice is really scratchy. So we're doing a mutual one the week after our group starts too. So our accountability groups, both of ours, which are separate, start on October 16th. And then the following week, we're going to do Clean Week as a separate group. And then that'll kind of lead into November. So I'm sure we'll kind of take on that November to Remember as a team and kind of just flow into there. And then I mentioned something to her about possibly doing these once a month, just like Elena said. So that might be something that we hit on, just because I like the aspect of having two coaches, and it brings more people together, I think. And I don't know, I like it. So
for sure. Are you guys offering this as an alternative then? If someone's like, ooh, I feel like that's a little expensive for this month, I'm not so sure, then are you offering Clean Week already, even though you haven't necessarily promoted it yet?
Yeah, so I have promoted it one time and got some decent feedback, but so my last call for my actual challenge group was today. So after I kind of fizzle out with those conversations, I'll start talking to the follow-ups, the people who said, I don't know, I get a lot of like college students or, right out of college who maybe can't afford that right now. So I might, I am going to follow up with them and do the Clean Week and talk to them personally about Clean Week rather than just promote and try to see if people reach out. I'll just follow up with the price objections and see if maybe they do that and then flow into a November group.
Okay, I like it. You got a good system. You guys are ready to go. Okay, any other thoughts then? All right. How many of you guys have sold a Clean Week already? Yeah, I was gonna say, Emily's got a couple of people, Emily up top, we got a couple, Emily H has a couple of people already signed up and ready to go for a couple weeks from now. So she's done a really good job of people coming to her from her coming out post, maybe being like, ooh, I'm not so sure about that, and then transitioning them into talking about Clean Week. I'm guessing, is that how you've kind of done it?
Yeah. People have been saying like, oh, that's a little too expensive. Like, I don't really know what it is. And so then I'm like, well, you can try it. You can do Clean Week and try it. And then if you like it, you can kind of ease your way into the actual challenge. So
I love it.
they seem excited.
Okay, sounds good. You seem excited too. She keeps updating me every new person she gets. Like, I love this energy. Like, I love knowing about your all successes. So if anything ever good happens, send me a text because I always want to know about it for sure. All right. Any other thoughts? Otherwise, we will kind of conclude our call for tonight. All right. Hi, Annabelle. She's so sweet. All right. Well, thank you guys so much for being on. Kaylee, you missed it, but I've got it recording, so I will get it if I can find it back. Samantha, I'm still looking for that call, so don't worry. Hopefully I will get it uploaded to YouTube and you'll be able to watch it because it was great. Lots of good information, lots of brainstorming from these awesome coaches. So I will talk to you guys later and have a great rest of your evening. So, see you guys.